All right, we are recording now, and we have some questions from one of your classmates, so I thought I'd make a brief video on this. All right, so her first question is, I signed up for exam one under people. Could you clarify why we need to sign up for an exam section if attendance is mandatory anyway? Are there different times or capacity limits? And it only lets me join one section at a time, so I cannot sign up for exams two or three yet. Is that normal? Okay, I'm going to stop sharing. There we go. And I'm going to ask my student, can you share your Canvas screen with me? And we will look at that sign up again together.
Yes, sure. So,
Do you know how to share?
yes, I'm in doing that now. Okay, let's see. One second, I have to turn.
Okay, so we're on your home screen, so go to
Mhm.
People and then go to Groups. And you should be able to join exam two. Go ahead and click on exam two. And,
Oh,
and then go ahead and click on exam three. Okay, great. So that's what you need to do for all three exams. And that
hmm
acknowledges the point of signing up is that you acknowledge that you know that you come to campus for each exam. And it's going to be, you can see in room B102, 2:30 to 4:30, exam one, 2:30 to 4:30, exam two. Both of these on Thursday, and then the final exam is Tuesday, and it's pushed back to 3:30 to 5:30.
hmm
So when you first tried to do it, it wouldn't let you do it, and I had to fix something on it. So that shouldn't happen anymore. So now you can see that you're in all three exams. Okay?
Yep. Yes, thank
Perfect.
you so much.
Okay. All right. We should be recording again. Let's go to question two. And then this is the answers to question one in writing. Okay, could you explain what account ID quizzes are and how they differ from regular quizzes? Yes, I can. So the chapter quizzes cover the chapter material. Okay. They cover it and they're short. Sometimes there'll be short problems. Like with chapter two, there might be some ratios. So you need to make sure you know all your ratios. Please look at tips for quizzes to see the major subject areas you need to make sure you know before you take the quiz. The account ID quizzes start really with chapter three and the rest of the book. Well, up to chapter seven for accounting 201, and then we do it again for accounting 202. So they're kind of synonymous with a flashcard. So they'll have material in it. So you'll say cash, and then it'll be multiple choice, and you have to decide what statement is cash on, which is the balance sheet. And then starting with chapter three, it will say, what is its normal balance, debit or credit? Okay. So in cash, the answer would be balance sheet and debit. You'll get other choices like income statement debit, income statement credit, balance sheet debit, balance sheet credit, or neither. But that's the account ID quiz. Just think of it as a flashcard. Something you need to know about the account ID is you can take them up to 10 times. They're meant to be like a flashcard, and it will keep your highest score. Okay. All right. Question three. Are project one and the Monopoly project separate assignments? Did I spell that right? Or part of the same project? Is one due earlier or shorter? Also, where can I find the instructions for Monopoly? Okay. So Monopoly comes first, and it's like a review of chapters one through three, debits, credits, T accounts, trial balance, and statements. Both projects are located under Units and Modules Projects. So let's go look at that real quick. Okay. Now that I'm here, let's go. All right. Can you see a dashboard here?
Yes, I can.
Thank you. I never know what students can see when I share my screen. All right. So here's our home screen. And your home screen, if you use a cell phone, you actually have to click to get to the home screen. But if you're using a computer, you should see something like this. In fact, I'm going to put it into student view. Here we go. So we go to units and modules. And Monopoly is located under Chapter 3. You can also find these under assignments, but this is how I organize the class. All right. So Chapter 3 quiz, Chapter 3 practice. Here's Monopoly assignment. And I'm going to ask you, Adiba, have you ever played Monopoly?
I have a long time ago, but I don't really remember it.
That's all right. That's all right. So your first Monopoly draft is due October 14th, which is about a week and a half from now. So we want to kind of get through the material of Chapter 3, learn how to do the homework, and then you'll be ready to play Monopoly. And you're going to work with a worksheet here. That's the assignment. And we'll take a look at that in a minute. You'll finish Monopoly and then you'll turn it in online. You'll upload this Excel worksheet. And then the next morning, you will be assigned someone else and you'll evaluate their work. And you'll come back to this assignment. And in the right-hand corner, you'll see who you were assigned. And you click on them and you'll see their Monopoly and you'll fill out the rubric for that. Okay. You'll click on the rubric button under the assignment and the student's paper will pop up. And you put lots of comments in there and you give them a grade. It's not their final grade. I assign the final grade, but I want to know how you judge them. Then you get your feedback back from the person who's reviewing your paper. The peer eval is due October 17th, and you get your feedback back, and you have a chance to make all your corrections before the final turn in October 19th. So to start this assignment, you'll click on the worksheet. Now let's download it. Now, how do you play Monopoly? How do you actually play the game? You're going to go into a website and you'll be able to play the game. This is the website. It's not real pretty, but all you're going to do is 25 transactions. You play Monopoly, you list your transactions on your log sheet. These are the instructions. Oops, sorry. You'll make a screenshot of your beginning and ending screens. You'll be given a chart of account to use. You only use these accounts, and you'll log 25 transactions, make a total, and then you'll book 25 journal entries. You'll post to all the accounts, just the ones that are in the chart of accounts. Then you'll make trial balance, income statement, classified balance sheet, and some ratios. And then you'll be done. And then you'll turn it in. Now, I know I'm rushing through this, but there's a little video that kind of walks you through the first transactions. Monopoly will not make a lot of sense to you until you finish Chapter 3 journal entries and trial balance. Okay. You could go ahead and play the game and fill out the log sheet and then wait until you figure out how to do the journal entries, but that's where it is. So remember, it was under units and modules, and it's covered in Chapter 3. Okay. Now you can find the rest of the projects 1 and 2 here under projects. And it's a mini project that you do with your team. And you make a little video of the business model. Okay. You'll pick your companies. You'll make a little contract. You'll each individually turn in what your work in process, your status, and then you'll do the final video, PowerPoint, speaking notes, and bibliography, and then you'll critique another team. So it's not a financial analysis, it's a business model analysis. Project 2 is a very short project, a financial analysis, where you look at the income statement and the balance sheets, and you look at some trends, and you talk about whether the company's strong or not. again, a group project. Okay, so let's look at timing for this. So let's get your class up. If it'll do this, maybe, maybe not. Let's go here. Here we go. Okay, so we're right here. Quiz 2 is due tonight. You won't pick companies until a week from Thursday. And you won't do your contract till after that first exam. Okay. So you have a little bit of time to get started. Monopoly, on the other hand, is due first. We're over here. Monopoly's due next Tuesday. The peer eval is due a week from Friday. And final Monopoly is due over here. Okay. So you should be reading chapter 3 here, making sure you know how to do journal entries, all of that that's in chapter 3, and you'll be in a good spot for Monopoly. Okay. All right. Let's switch screens. Okay, can you see my PowerPoint?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So when do you sign up for Teams? So I haven't set them up yet. I'm down. I've got my companies and I'm just making sure the financial statements are ready to go. But we will be working. I am selecting the companies. I can tell you what they are. You can start thinking about them for this class. Um, can I tell you what they are? Sure, why not? Let's see if I can find them. They are going to be,
I have a quick question.
sure.
So it seems like chapter 3 is a longer chapter, is that correct?
I think it's chapter 2 has a lot of theory in it. So
Okay.
maybe that's what you're thinking of. Let me
Well,
see.
I just meant that I saw on the calendar that chapter 3 quiz was due like it almost gave us 2 weeks.
Mhm, mhm.
And it wasn't due like on the Wednesday of next week. So it seems like after chapter 2 we study chapter 3, take notes, practice, and then we work on Monopoly project. And then after that, after the Monopoly project is due, I think I saw the chapter 3 quiz. Is that correct?
You are correct. And that is
Okay.
so that you have time. So students tell me that Monopoly really helps them understand the journal entries, the accounting cycle. So I
Hmm.
moved the quiz out because I want you to do the best on the quiz. And I think the Monopoly gives you
Right.
extra practice and feedback. So,
Yeah.
so we
Yes,
kind of
that's
embed the project as part of the Monopoly project as part of chapter 3. So that's, I just want to say, let's save the quiz till after you've done the homework and the Monopoly.
yep, that makes sense. Thank you.
All right, so the module, should I've already accessed? So no, you don't yet. I haven't set them up, but we are going to be looking at retail this quarter. So think of companies like, and you'll look, each project has each team has two companies because you're comparing the two. So for example, American Eagle and Abercrombie and Fitch, The Gap and Lululemon, Buckle and Steve Madden, Macy's and Guess, TJ Maxx and Ross. And there's one other pair that I'm still making sure that we have financial statements for. So I wanted to make sure we had companies that had normal financial statements so it doesn't add a layer of complexity. So, but it's going to be retail, Adiba. Okay.
Okay.
All right. I'm finalizing my companies. I'll announce when they're available. And signing up for a company is just moving your name to that team. Now, if you know someone else in the class and you both want to be on the same team, make sure that you're on top of that because the teams do fill up quickly. So, all right. Actually, should I have already started working on either project? No, no, you're on track. You're totally on track. Definitely you are on track. So I will I will work on
That
that.
question I asked.
So yeah, you're definitely on track. The Monopoly project is due in next Tuesday. So you want to make sure you're ready to do it, and you should plan 3 to 4 hours to do it. I mean, if you knew everything about accounting and you did the same project at the end of the quarter, it would probably take you 2 hours. But because you're learning, it's going to take possibly 3 to 4 hours. So, but you should be
Mhm.
fine. So I would start Monopoly like tomorrow or Friday just to make sure you know how to do it.
Okay.
And then my office hours on Monday, I often get a ton of questions the day before Monopoly's due, and that's totally fine. And I
Okay.
also get a lot of emails. So I will tell you, coming to my office hours is better because then you can like say, I don't understand that. So,
Yeah. One last question is, um, so our first exam, will
mhm.
we get a comprehensive study guide, or is everything that we did in the homeworks and the quizzes, are they all fair game?
Yes, you will get a comprehensive, probably not. You'll get
Okay.
a practice exam. So
Mhm.
let's look at the calendar here again. Let's see. Yeah, this is our class. So all the accounting teachers do practice exams, and so we are here.
Mhm.
All right. And so Monopoly here, do final Monopoly. So we have another full week before, actually almost 2 weeks, right? Before two.
Mhm.
So the practice exam will be released somewhere around a week ahead of time from the exam, like Thursday the 16th. And then
Mhm.
it will be due on the October 19th. And you only have to, it's a disc. Oh, let's go to it. We'll just open it up. I don't think you guys can open it quite yet. This is locked. Okay, so let's leave student view. Yeah. All right. So here's the practice exam, and it's similar style to what you will see on the exam. It is,
Okay.
I don't do multiple choice exams. It's based on pencil work. So think of the problems that you have done. You're building balance sheets, income statements, so forth. You will be building journal entries. Um, I don't put a lot of theory into the exams. It's more what you've been doing on the homework and what
Mhm.
are in my videos and PowerPoint slides.
Okay.
So here's the, and then I also put an essay on the exam. So I have a sample essay here. So I say, go back to your book, look at the brief exercises, end of chapter questions, review quizzes, homework, any reading notes you have. Be able to do all of this. So, and this will be out of chapter 3. No, remember what I said about the account ID, income statement debit, income statement with credit, and so forth, or neither. These are
Okay.
practice journal entries. And this is the practice exam,
Mhm.
statements, and then some analysis. So discuss the trends, da da da. And
Is
then,
this part of our the optional packet that we printed out at the beginning of the year? It was optional.
no, this is separate from that.
Okay.
So this is a practice exam. And then here's some of those algebra problems that they do in the chapter 1 homework where you're saying, let's put this in a form you can see. Ah, stop. Okay. I'm just trying to, anyway, these problems are if you know the assets and you know liabilities, what is the value of stockholders' equity? So
Oh, okay.
these are good practice. Okay. You only have to do one problem. I mean, you should do the whole test yourself individually, but this assignment is pretty simple. Submit solutions to the problem, put the page number, do not attach a document, write out your solutions, or embed a photo. So when you come down here to do your post, you only have to do one post. You're not solving all of them. If you do it on paper and you take a picture of it, just attach it here. And it's so much easier for students to read. And then other students will say, hey, I got the same answer, or no, I didn't. And they'll post their own solution and you check. So
Okay.
submit solutions. The whole class will share this discussion board. Do not post all the solutions. Let your classmates post the others. Read all postings, post a solution, and check a solution or more. Then here are the exam details. So All right. So now I'm going to pause the video. All right. So you'll get, I would say a lot of times students in the interest of vast efficiency don't study for the exam. They just study the practice exam. And so, when you say, hey, is this comprehensive? If I know the practice exam backwards and forwards, will I get an A on the exam? Well, there could be other homework questions that are on the exam. There could be other questions that are in my PowerPoint that are on the exam. I can tell you it won't be theory. It'll be more problems, exercises
Okay.
and problems. Okay.
So basically all the exercises that we did on our chapter homework and then plus like
Yes.
just remembering all the ratios and all the like actual math and finance related stuff.
Right. And
Okay.
the theory is tested on the quizzes.
Yeah, right.